County Executive Cabinets, let's start with the bottom line. How does your proposed budget affect tax rates, and where does it fall within spending affordability guidelines?
Well, we're really proud of our great tradition of fiscal discipline here in Baltimore County. This will be the 28th year in a row that we have not raised the property tax rate. It will be the 24th year in a row that we have not raised the income tax rate. And we have that AAA bond rating from all three Wall Street rating agencies. We're just one of 42 counties across the country to have that triple AAA. And that again means that the experts appreciate that we're fiscally well managed, but it also means that when we borrow money for roads and school projects, that we pay the lowest interest rate possible. I estimate that since I took office, we have probably saved $35 million in avoided interest payments.
Okay. Tell us about your Schools for the Future program for public education.
Well, listen, when you focus on what the needs are within a budget, one of our top priorities, of course, is educating our children. When I took office almost 6 years ago, we were in a situation where we had the twin dilemmas of what I say of rising enrollment but aging infrastructure. 80% of our schools were more than 40 years old, and just 48% of them were air conditioned. We embarked on a 10-year, $1.3 billion Schools for Our Future program, and we're heading into the home stretch of that program. At our conclusion, we will have constructed 15 new schools and 11 additions. And importantly, we're not only just air conditioning them, and we'll be 100% air conditioned, but also we're modernizing our schools, adding public safety features, Wi-Fi technology, and importantly, eliminating overcrowding. No more trailers. And in fact, we're going to have a surplus of 8,500 elementary school seats to accommodate future growth for our county. So it's a remarkable achievement, and we were able to fund that using 65% county dollars, 35% state dollars, to get this job done.
Okay, now let's talk about public safety. Obviously, that's a critical element to maintaining strong communities. How does your budget affect public safety?
Well, obviously, we want to make sure that our folks feel safe at home when they have their child play in the backyard or head to the store for something. And our police and fire do a great job at public safety performance. This budget gives a fair amount of new money to our volunteer firefighters, improving their ability to serve us. And we're also continue to make improvements in our police department. This year we will be rolling out implementation of our police body-worn camera program, where eventually every officer on the street will have that opportunity to have that cameras.
Okay. And maybe not the most exciting sounding topic, but let's talk a little bit about infrastructure in the county.
You know, I kind of liken it to your house. If you ignore the little things that you need to maintain your house, one day the roof is going to collapse. We take this obligation very seriously in Baltimore County. We are investing $1.6 billion in improving our infrastructure, roads, pipes, sewers, the kind of things that we don't always see and feel, so to speak, but if there was a problem, we would know it immediately. So we're trying to invest so we're avoiding situations where there are discharges of raw sewage or even sinkholes created in roadways. That's all because of aging infrastructure. Obviously we don't want a situation like Flint, Michigan. We know that we have to take care of our people for the next generation as well and not kick the can down the road.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate your taking some time to share with us some of your budget priorities.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much. And stay with us. We'll be right back with more of Hello Baltimore County.